Welcome to Token Clash. Today we evaluate a massive clash of generations. First is Stellar, trading today near $0.17, holding a market capitalization of roughly $4,700,000,000. Next is Kaspa, currently trading near $0.03, holding a market capitalization of roughly $950 million. Our evaluation is driven strictly by a cumulative star scoring system across 9 categories. The project that aggregates the highest technical score takes the crown. Let's look at the data. Stellar possesses a highly mature and established community. Known as the Luminauts, their holders are focused on real-world utility, financial inclusion, and stablecoin adoption rather than internet hype. Kaspa has cultivated a fiercely tribal community of pure technology purists. Because it launched with zero venture capital, its community behaves like early Bitcoin adopters, driving massive organic engagement and grassroots marketing. While Stellar has millions of long-term holders, Kaspa currently commands a much more aggressive, fast-paced momentum in daily social sentiment. Kaspa secures 19 points, Stellar takes 15. Accessibility heavily favors the established veteran. Having launched over a decade ago, Stellar is universally listed on absolutely every global exchange and traditional finance gateway, routinely processing over $100 million in daily trading volume. Kaspa is growing rapidly, but still lacks listings on a few critical tier 1 institutional platforms, generally processing around $25 million daily. For offering unmatched global liquidity and deep fiat access across the world, Stellar easily secures a perfect 20 points against Kaspa's 15. The board reads 34 for Kaspa and 35 for Stellar. Token dynamics define long-term survival. Years ago, the Stellar Development Foundation permanently burned half of the total supply and turned off network inflation, capping the absolute maximum at 50 billion tokens. While heavily distributed, a large portion is still held by the Foundation for Development Grants. Kaspa embraces a strict maximum supply capped at 28.7 billion tokens, utilizing a highly aggressive emission schedule that decreases the mining rewards geometrically every month, creating a massive continuous supply shock. For providing a vastly superior deflationary architecture, Kaspa extracts 19 points. Stellar takes 17. Kaspa takes the lead 53 to 52. Stellar utilizes the Stellar Consensus Protocol. It does not use mining. Instead, it uses a system where trusted computers essentially agree with their neighbors to validate transactions in about 5 seconds with near zero energy consumption. Kaspa represents a fundamental paradigm shift in cryptography. It utilizes a BlockDAG architecture, allowing parallel blocks to coexist rather than strictly ordering them. Kaspa currently processes one entire block per second using physical mining, solving the blockchain trilemma. For pushing the boundaries of raw, decentralized processing speed, Kaspa secures a perfect 20 points. Stellar takes 18 points. Kaspa leads 73 to 70. When we look at network utility, Stellar is an absolute industrial leviathan. It is actively utilized by massive corporations like MoneyGram and the United Nations for real-world cross-border remittances, and it settles billions of dollars in stablecoin volume for users in developing nations. Kaspa is currently a pure payment network and store of value. It does not yet host a massive corporate ecosystem of financial applications or global banking corridors. Because Stellar has proven massive real-world utility moving capital across the globe, it secures a perfect 20 points. Kaspa takes 14, Stellar reclaims the lead, 90 to 87. Leadership in both projects is monumental. Stellar was co-founded by a legendary pioneer in the cryptocurrency industry and is now run by a highly professional nonprofit foundation that works directly with global regulators. Kaspa was envisioned by brilliant academic cryptographers whose early research papers laid the foundation for modern networks, commanding absolute respect from pure developers. While Kaspa represents pure cryptographic engineering, the sheer weight of the corporate relationships built by the foundation behind Stellar is undeniable. Stellar earns 19 points. Kaspa takes 18. Stellar extends its lead, 109 to 105. Stellar relies on quorum slices, meaning the network places heavy trust in a select group of Tier 1 organizations and universities to run the main validator nodes. While highly secure, it is technically concentrated around trusted entities. Kaspa remains true to the original cryptographic ethos. It is a pure proof of work network secured by massive amounts of physical hardware globally with 0 tokens pre-mined or given to corporate insiders. For delivering an absolutely fair launch and superior hardware-based decentralization, Kaspa earns a perfect 20 points. Stellar takes 14. Kaspa regains the lead 125 to 123. The future narrative of cryptocurrency dictates where the capital flows. Stellar is focused entirely on tokenizing real-world assets and becoming the primary bridge currency for the unbanked population, a massive narrative that attracts heavily regulated money. Kaspa has successfully captured the proof of work renaissance narrative. It directly appeals to purists who want a fair launch asset that scales to global levels without sacrificing decentralization. Kaspa's narrative edge in the current market cycle is undeniably sharper for retail speculation. Kaspa earns 19 points against Stellar's 18. The score is Kaspa 144, Stellar 141. Stellar is a highly cyclical asset that has historically struggled to reclaim its old all-time highs during recent bull runs, often bleeding value against Bitcoin during extended bear markets and behaving almost like a stablecoin for long periods. Kaspa, on the other hand, has shown immense relative strength since its launch. It consistently printed new all-time highs even when the broader macroeconomic environment was crashing, behaving as an explosive high-momentum asset that heavily rewards early conviction. For pure historical price velocity and superior investor profitability metrics, Kaspa secures 19 points against Stellar's 14 in this final round. This concludes our technical evaluation. We have tabulated the final scores. Stellar accumulated a highly impressive 155 total points, demonstrating its status as an undisputed giant of real-world stablecoin volume and global cross-border payments. However, with a final score of 163 total points, Kaspa takes the victory. The summary is mathematically clear. If you value absolute regulatory clarity, massive stablecoin adoption, and a network actively utilized by traditional corporations to help the unbanked, Stellar remains a financial titan. But if you are looking for explosive market momentum, cutting-edge physical mining technology, and an economic model completely free from corporate dilution, Kaspa is the mathematically superior choice in today's market. Always do your own research before allocating capital. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive analysis. I will see you in the next battle.